Hi, I'm Dr. Rachel Northern, and many of you are wondering why I'm laying here in my bed. And it's because it's Monday night, and I'm here talking about health, my health tips, and all the things how I want to inspire you all to be healthy. And I know I've talked about this before, but I always want to express like the importance of sleep because Americans are known to be sleep deprived, that we don't get our 8 hours of sleep a day like we're supposed to, or a night, I should say, but that we only get about 6 hours on average on the average American, which is 2 hours deficit. And they say that is not good and it accumulates over time. And how appropriate since we just changed the clocks back or forward or wherever for the state of Illinois. So we got a little bit extra hour in the morning, but now it's like darker out earlier. So I don't really like that. But anyway, so the point is that making sure that you do delegate time, like go to bed early, go to bed on time to make sure you can get the rest that you need. Some people do come to me and they say, well, I have trouble falling asleep or I have trouble staying asleep. And I do have um, different supplements and things like that I do. Sometimes it is because of pain, leg pain or neck pain and things like that. And obviously with the chiropractic treatment, we address those issues to help the neck and the muscles relax for those problems and like restore function and balance and make things feel better, and then you can rest better, and it also just helps overall just take tension off the nervous system. But there is different herbs and things like that. I know a lot of people come in that like to try to do the melatonin and say they have really good success with melatonin. I'm not a big fan of melatonin because it does tend to uh, your that's something your brain should naturally produce, and when you start substituting that, that's actually going to be counterproductive because then your brain doesn't think it needs to produce it as much. So some people can become dependent on it. So I am more about trying to stimulate, use different herbs and things like that, or like I said, natural ways to get the brain to do what it's supposed to do instead of manipulating it or substituting something that you shouldn't be substituting. So the main thing is, yes, the average person should get 8 hours a night, and we don't, and traditionally. So that's really important about my lifestyle. Like I always try to make sure I try to get that 8 hours in, and make sure you go to bed. They say try to turn the screens off maybe a 30 minutes or an hour before, TV, things like that, or try to read. Now, I know the new thing too is reading on those Kindles, which I do a lot myself. I love to read. And those tend to stimulate your brain a lot, and you can stay up way later because of those. So again, trying to maybe turn that off 30 minutes before you want to go to bed. Trying to be quiet, dark. Make sure you try to have a dark place. One professor that I used to listen to has talked about like even the energy of the light can bother you. So try to cover up all the stuff that maybe is too much light. So that helps the brain. And also the seasonal affective disorder. I did send an email out to people who are on my email list that talks about seasonal affective disorder. If anybody's not heard of this, it's about some people get more depressed during the wintertime when there's less light out, and it's just like the stimulus to the brain. And there's lights you can buy that help have the full spectrum of light so you can get more of that stimulus into your eyes to stimulate the brain on that. That helps with that. So there's all kinds of things like that. But if you have any questions, why don't you put them down below if I didn't cover anything. But make sure you get your sleep, because I do notice the difference in people's health when they get adequate sleep and those that don't. So I wish you a way healthy life. Take care and bye.